So welcome back to the stream. So after so many days, wait, why the screen is black? 1 second. Uh, Video capture. Wait, what? Let's reopen a Microsoft Edge browser. CH. Oh, there is an update in. Uh, Wait, again I will accept a new video capture. Create a new video capture. Give me a few seconds. Video capture. Video capture. Oh, uh, so I have to open Microsoft Edge browser. Uh, Close the Chrome browser. It is eating my RAM. Select a window. Uh, Wait a second. Yeah, it's working now. Yes. Windows 10 automatically. I'm making some default changes to it, so that's the reason. So after so many days of live streaming, gap came. So wait, so many are commenting in my video, but I'm not responding to their comments. I'm not a 3 million, 4 million followers. My bad. So I got an important call. That's the reason I muted this thing. So now let's solve this problem. So previous those two problems are quite easy, but one answer got hard. I think so. This one also. Ah no, furthest point from the origin. Wait, I will explain this question. This thing also. So this one is kind of hard. Actually, the problem is maximum uh, checking every statement either if it is worked or not. Actually, we approached with a maximum if else statement. After that, we uses a for loop for sorting and add some elements to the uh, do lots. So my bad. One second. At last of the code. So after that, we have to calculate the length of an array. So, and we used a formula which was given in the solutions and the hint also. And the topics are involved in this thing is principal, array, mathematics, and binary search. And it also has x-axis, y-axis also. So that's why we use this geometry also. So I will easily explain this code. First, we have to use definition function for the calculate the distance of x comma y comma s. So if x value is equals to 0, my bad. So if x comma x if x is equals to 0, it should returns to x. Y is equal if y is equal to 0, it should return to x. If x is equals to s, it should return to the sum plus and the y value. After that, in the another statement, y is equals to s. So it should be double. So 2 into s plus s minus x to get the exact thing. So to pass the first thing also. So we can also approach by using this formula also. My bad. So after that, same as this thing, we uses x as s and y is s. For why we used s in both statements because it is a first point. So that's the reason. So it connects to both three. Sorry, only two. My bad. I s- I think so. I said wrong explanation. Binary search we use coordinates clockwise direction. Okay, distance minimum is 1 of x. Use it coordinates. Okay. I only forgot it how I approached it. Because due to these exams and lab manual exams, I am writing so many of course in my manual, so that's the reason. So, anyways, so it is quite easy problem. Just we return the absolute values to the movement moves into count. So it is considered as R. So after that, that value should be minus to the L. So if the actually they give move to the left, moves I equals to L and moves I equals to dash. So move right is equals to considered as capital R. So if the explanation is given, so the contributes we use only this thing and we uses the return value to absolute minus values moves right minus left plus moves count means how many it moved from right to left and how many it think. So that's the reason. 100%. Let's solve the problem of the day. So what they give means detect in cycle 2D grid, not grind. Okay. They actually gave a 2D array of characters grind of size m into n. You need to find their existing and cycle consisting of the same value of grid. Okay. So they gave a grid value of size m comma n. We have to find the same value of the grid which came like previous thing, I think so. A cycle is a path of length 4 or more in the grind and starts at end and the same cell from a given cell. Remove the one of the cell adjacent. Okay, adjacent we have to use triangle formula, I think so. One of the direction up, left, and right. So the match of the letter started on four directions and no U-turns. So we cannot use this function like U-turns. So minimum length we have to use visualization also ABP, ABP, AAP. So how can we approach? I think so. It is based on BFS, breadth first search, because it would not hit the recursion function. It always keep the parenting value cell, so we can easily spot so many cycles. So it was my CO for last topic based on the question. I think so, both the space and time are both one only because due to this thing. So uh, okay, we consider as it is as a rectangle. In rectangle, we consider as a sub-rectangle. Instead of subarray, we use this as sub-rectangle. So our goal is to see to the closest loop by stepping onto one sub-rectangle, only one. So like A to A, B, C. So only same letter we have to use and we have to find the closest path. I think so like that only because A. So if we start from B, B and B, B. See, we can go only we have to go like clockwise direction also. Yeah, it's correct. Okay. Uh, and there is no U-turns means if we come here and we should not again do this like this. Is my mic is on? Yes, my mic is on. Yep, this question is nice. So input grid A, B, B and B, Z, B, 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 B. So it's kind of tricky, but not we have to use minimum length to find this thing. So we have to use some functions like from COLLECTIONS corrections and PORT. After that, for the letters they mentioned, no, so we have to use the from TYP typing. I am what list. So okay, after that, these both are same. Mm, so you can also move the one cell of which visited to the last. Okay. So given a 2D array of characteristics, actually to solve a problem, we can take how much time we want, but we should not depend on AI or seeing the solutions. Seeing the hint is okay, but solutions makes kind of odd. Again, my laptop got heat because I removed the stand below it. So after going home, I have to clean myself. So once we will read the question and debug the line by line. So given an array, 2D characteristics kind of size m comma n. You need to find if there exist any cycles of considering same value in a grid. So it should only move only the same character. See, the in the output they did not went to A to B. They only went to A to A. So B also considers like that only. So we have to direction should be in only 0 1 and 1 0 like 0 minus 1 and minus 1 comma 0. Uh, and after that, we have to use a false function. It should not goes in a using a range function in a rows. So like that. So we have to also calculate the both the length and rows of the I think so the grid. Okay. Mm, let's take I comma j in a for loop. If both are and the consistence, okay, grade consist only lower condition. Yeah, yeah, we have seen that they only give the only small letters, so nothing to that thing. What are the hints? So keep track the parent and of the parent consider invalidation. After that, use DFS or BF. We go with BFS because I did not know DFS in CO for the session. BFS and the graph also. So first rows, comma, columns equals to length G. Actually, there is a small layer between my keyboard, laptop keyboard, and one thing. It kind of, it's like a case. So while listening to class, I stretched it very hard, very strict, like fantastic for read it. It's like thing I stretched it so hard, so now it became so much of loose. Now if I'm typing, the letters are mismatched. I have to buy new one. Length, grid, and open a string function to the next string. So after that we have to so back small breaks. So uses a false function if I do as a false into columns uses a for loop in range. The range should be in rows and and bracket close. So it started here. It should not be in here. Yes. So so this line will tracks whether the each cell or single cell both are same. Each cell means single cells are the both are same. So already are means it is procedure or not. Wait, it not started the timer. So it prevents any infinite loop. So that's why we uses a for loop in a particular range function. So how many rows are there only it will run that much of time only. After that it will not. So after that we have to give the directions for each test case. So there are only four rows and four columns. So we will give four from one for right, one for left, one for down, one for upward. So we will go from right down, right down and left up. Or we can give up left and down right like that. So for that thing we use VIR, directions equals to so the direction starts 0, comma 1, space 1. So so the direction and 1 comma 0. Let's give space 1 for right and it is considered as right and it is considered as down and space. Let's open one thing. 0 comma minus 1 space. Let's open new thing. So we completed right. So right is the opposite to this thing now. So 0 comma sorry minus 1 comma 0 for the exact directions. So we use it 0 comma 1 and 1 comma 0 and 0 comma 1 from thing. So RIGHT tau the bulan LFT. So we completed the directions and we used a written function. So after that, to direction. So we use this for loop for I in range in rows. Let's close this thing and for j in range range the OLS columns. Let's close this thing. I comma I is completed. After that, if these both are not visible, yeah, yes, I clearly do. Uses a string function I comma I and open a new thing in J and close this thing. So uses a decline, deq, sorry, deq, d, e, q, e, deq and uses a new statement for the formula, which I comma j comma minus 1 minus 1 comma minus 1. Even it is time at 4, but they are shouting in the mic. In hostel, we did not have any kind of peacefulness. So after that, we use a visited function, not visited for a string I and j. The function should be true. So we use a boolean function. So uses a byte q. Uh, should we pop the function left one or right one? Hmm. So direction is give uses I comma j for entire grid. So rows and columns are assigned. Okay. So after that, if there we use if statement for non-visited cells to newly connected transversal components like this. Uh, so we use a BFS from here. Ij minus one minus. I think it's minus one. It stores in quinine and uses a Boolean function oil Q and so we have to pop the first advertisement search. Okay. Let's see the solution of the gay approach. The entire thing is very different. The time complexity is very. Let's decrease the brightness. For 1 second, for getting more interest, I will add some songs, non-copyrighted songs. Voice is audible. Why that music is how the let me decrease the music little bit so you can hear my voice also. So while solving this thing, I'm getting so much of stressful. So that's the reason. 1 second. Not coming. So anyways, I will listen up. So not disturb you. So for this approach, they gave differently. Leave it aside. But go, we follow our own books. For right, the piece equals with q dot of left function. So after that, we have to use same thing for 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 the comma is directions. But here DC direction is completed. It's not coming here. So, so we use a formula nr comma nc equals to r plus dr comma c plus dc. So it uses adjacent, only adjacent for adjacent thing. So like a triangle, right angle triangle. So check if the neighbor have bonds with those things. If the both neighbors has have the same mm, exact character like A from the neighbor thing also, so it will create a. I think so. We will get indentation errors here because I'm not following anything. This time writing the code like this. Or no, we have to use if statement, but I'm getting error. Anyways, if 0 greater than or equals to n r greater than rows and 0 greater than or equals to comma c greater than columns. And for the grid function, n comma r we use, so we have to use here n r n c equals to right r. Let's assume this thing, and one for r and one for c, and close this. If seated function in r and c and si squared and r and comma r and and gamma c. After one, next time onwards, I use keyboard because my laptop is getting so much of heat, producing so much of heat while doing live streaming as well as coding. Actually, first I decided to create this channel and to play some AAA games in this thing, but I think so it can support, but not in 4K things. So we completed N comma R for the adjacent things. I think so we have to use it the true function. Yeah. So after that we use this elif statement for nr comma nc equals to let's give some space pr comma ac. So for those things and we use this function and then exactly the thing should be in the for I function. So return FLV. So FLs. Okay. FLs. So first what we did, we uses a correction function. After that typing thing in a list function uses a class function. So first we assign rows and columns. For importing the DFS, we uses collection input, and after that for list and class solution also. Class solution is considered base for the thing. So let's leave it. So after that, rows and comes for a number of to calculate the number of rows and number of columns. So after that, we use it to be visited false into columns for I and range function. So it tracks whether the cell is already there in the in this box or not. And it also prevents not going infinite loop. So we should not get any DLE. So we use a direction function 0 comma 1 0 comma 2 sorry 0 comma 1 and 1 comma 0, one for down and one for right, and it is for this thing is considered as down, and for this thing is left, and this is up function. So we use this I range spelling is wrong. RAN. So for I in range in rows, I in range in columns. So it considers both the entire grid. So not both. Okay. So if it checks if it is connected to a new component transversals or not. If it is connected, okay. If or not, it will go to the new function. So after that, we initializes the BFS. So for the day queries, so we use minus comma minus one comma minus one for the starting node without having no parent. Okay. So after that, we uses visited I comma j in a string is equals to true to add instantly or immediately to this thing. So okay, okay. So after that, we uses a while loop for r comma c. For the next cell coordinates, we uses if after that for d comma c. Once first we have to I think so. Same spelling. Uh, why it's not updating. I better. Hmm. I better cannot unpack the email letter in values. Why? We mention all those things in. Why the source error is not? So the approach is wrong, I think. Still the stick was not can we approach this thing? It's coming the type error. Was coming the type error. So we did not mention any kind of variables. So these things are causing errors. No, that's the reason. I can't figure it out how this type error is coming. Let's do one thing. Let's remove this thing. I think so now indentation error will become. Yes. Now, now runtime error. Why it's happening? Is there any spelling mistakes? Control X. So we will remove this and paste it first. So okay. So we append this function. Is there any spelling mistakes? Statement array, range, columns. All are right. Um, Return function false is correct and if statement append function correct is executed on it. Uh, grind, grinder only these all are right. In range function, so decline is correct. Found error. Wrong answer. Not bad, but how the wrong answer is came? What approach should we go for now? It's risky. I nearly submitted 13 times on the single probabilities. I think so it is one of the highest. The code will be saved. Sometimes some questions will become easily, but sometimes it's not. The way of approach it should be different. Actually, the lead code guy, the solution is kind of very easy, but our approach is kind of hard. What should we do? Let's do code chef for some time. So read all the problems in different languages. So your friend and you are playing a game with loops. There are n hoops, not loops, hoops. What is hoops? Where n is hard. In a row, you can jump into hoop 1 and your friend jumps into a hoop n. Then you jump into a hoop 2. After that, your friend jumps into a n minus 1. So the process end. The process end jump into the first input. The first line contains an integer t. The number of test cases follow and each test cases contains a single integer of input n. Okay, output should be 10 to the power of 5, 2 into 10 to the power of 5. So the explanation is since there is only one hoop, then okay, so we have to use the one function. Which formula can we use? So first we have to import system uh, input equals to sys system dot studio in dot read. So there is only one thing now. So input dot split. So we given t equals to int data 0 and the index value defaultly write as 1. For results, uses this thing. Okay. So uses a for in range t. So n equals to int data index and close this thing. So index value should be um, plus or equals to 1 equals to 1. So at last we have to add no to the function. We use a append function. For string uses a formula n plus 1 by 2. My bad. By 2. So at last uses a print function in a new line dot to join all the elements and the results. On spelling mistakes. Wait, what? Should not print a new line. Then why? 1 second. My brain is not braining, bro. Why I can't solve this easy problem? Why it was taking so much of time here? This is 0 to 100 point perception. So you are given a okay. So what is hooks? If you understand the entire question only, we can solve. Means if the hoop has anything of thing like that, because they're telling the answer. Or can we go with another or some lot of kind thing like using the our lead code style? So let's go in our old style code SYS and the definition, main function. Not that much of main function. Let's and before this yes. Uh, def main and so first we have to input the data. Input not raw data, it's data. Data equals to SYS dot standard IN dot dot not uh, data should be written. Data should be just written. Oh, you just anything. So so T is input. Data string 0. So the result. So for my range range on comma 3, my bad, 3 plus 1. Let's give some space and close this thing. So range function is completed. We have to wait for the second person. So second friend as int n input data string I, and the result should be in append form in a string. But here we uses n by 2 plus 1. So after that, yes, system dot stand out dot right slash and dot save the like that result plus and system stand out Stand out. STD. Stand out, right? Joint friction. Uh, at last, we have to use the main function. At last, we have to use the main function. Uh, so the indentation if that if name equals to main and the main, let's go this way and the main. Wait, 213K. Today is not my day, guys. I'm getting my approach is getting wrong. What was the reason? Due to exams or what? The formula I should change, or I should change anything else. People just think, important point to note this problem is players are taking turns, both are not accepting it safely. Oh my god. They did not mention this thing. Both are jumping. If it is capital to one thing, both will not jump into one side. No. What's the second name? N by 2 plus 1. Yeah. The formula is correct. But for the second thing, we have to use another approach or not. What was the thing? They gave the video solution, but not the formula is correct. But why? Both are the same approaches, Swami. Yeah. Let's debug ourselves. Not using the solutions. Even the solution I also seeing I'm getting errors. So it handles the file. So let's remove the result thing. So not mention the whole result. So that's the result. So for any result directly you can approach with answer to my bad. What's this thing? So answer equals to write the formula n by 2 plus 1. Oh, sorry, my bad. I did not mention print answer. So actually, we approached the code in a very complex way. So that's the reason it was not coming. So we used a very complex thing to extend the problem, but it have only one test cases. So that's the reason it took so much of time. Oh, okay. The two dishes chef has prepared yesterday. Oh, chef is eating yesterday food. He is a millionaire. Anyways, chef prepared two dishes yesterday. Chef has assigned tastiness in T1, comma T2 to the first and the second dish respectively. If chef prepared the dish, why he should give the marks for the both? He should openly said the dish will be perfect because chef made now. In his name, chef is there. So the tastiness of the dishes can be in both integer and as well as 0 comma and means integer as well as alphabet. So unfortunately, chef has forgotten the values of t1 comma t2. Oh shit! I think so. Chef has bad minding memorizing power. So chef wonders what can be the maximum possible absolute difference. Oh, we have to use absolute function ABS difference between the tastiness of the two things to find the original value. So the approach should be if the guarantee at least one day should exist t plus 1 plus s. Okay. And the input format should be it contains all the security integers in a one line. And what are the constraints? Means 10 to the power of 3 and 10 to the power of 5. Okay, nice. And the test case is T1 comma T2 is 0 comma 1 and 1 comma 0. Okay, not bad. And test case 3. First, in this thing, both integers and number will be there, as we know. So the code should be little be lengthy, but not complexity will be increases, I think so. Because the difficulty has increased 1254, no? So that's the reason I Second, I saw a GitHub repo that it will helpful for developers. Wow. So well, first import import system and definition main function use it. So to read the input we use input data equals to system dot steady dot read dot split function. So studio and the read function is assigned. Okay. So after that, if data is not found, it should return no input data written. So t equals to same like previous thing. Input int sorry int input data in a string zero. So um, results are is results equals to zero. So results and index value defaultly one. Jeff has prepared lists and T1 comma T1 T1. We mentioned both the T1 and T2 in one thing, so no problem. Unfortunately, okay, if the statement does not work only, it will go to another approach. So, 10 to the power of 3 and 10 to the power of 5. The input of the first line should be there. Jeff has prepared two digits. Jeff has assigned the base as a famous okay. And the first and the second list is there is a guarantee thing of one player. Both will be if guarantee at least one test case. The first line of the input or security is a T is denoting to the number of test cases. So it all depends on only on T. Excuse me. So the first line on each test case contains two spaces separately integer and comma s. So index value is assigned. After that, this thing is also assigned. Then how to guarantee at least one pair. Background music is so disturbing me, guys. can't promise it. So it's a fun for in in so into input data is equals to input data yes. So n is completed, S is completed. So IDX plus equals to 2. For one thing completed, we use as NCOMIS for both the index input data. My bad. Main one plus 2. No need of spacer. Uh, so if S is greater than or equals to N, and the answer should be equals to S. Else, yes. And the both values should be add no. So 2 into N minus S. So the function should be added at last no. So uses a result function. Yes, result dot append. So we have to print the answer no. By creating an loop in a subloop for x. So to print all those things, we use system dot stand out uh, spelling std stand out dot while condition to write the code and write and in a new line we join those things join the result results. So previously we gave results no, so that's if they gave result we can and after that at last if main equals to my bad okay so okay this thing import is this thing correct so as the programmers will be more fortunately T1 community is mentioned okay right what's this the first program the T1 community The answer came correct. See, 1, comma 4, comma 1 and 4 and 1 is came, but in the new line it came. So we have to remove this thing and about this. But the first given it to differ some minus and the maximum value of minus to under the equation. So here the index uh, is correct and S is also correct. And into IDX plus and S is greater than it and so we have to print P R in. So if we assign those things, so it's remove this both one. See, let's yes, same problem but a different approach. Completed. See here this. So, but we did not solve this problem, guys. Problem of the day of coach. Sorry, I mean, so late code. My bad. I nearly submitted more than 30 times. Yes, 21 times. Oh my god, my bad. One sec. Oh my god, I have 30 missing calls. After 12 some these questions like 231, 232, 232, 234, what I was. And I also forgot it that I have to complete this weekend developer program cybersecurity. Basically. As such, which kind of language is this? Paste your commit hash. So what's the thing? For opening assignment, you have to create a design and investigate. Oh my god. Kind of hard, but not that much of hard. You can approach, but no. What are the test cases? The script except the way they gave the credentials. They gave the AWS access key. Backend thing, bad. It can take 1 to 2 hours. Is JavaScript offensive security engineering. Oh, next one. Anyways, thanks for watching the stream until now. 500 dollars. So I will try to solve this problem by today. Thanks for watching the stream until now, till now. And I have to show you something that we had reached 500 plus contributions in GitHub. And I literally made like this. I know C and Python and HTML a little bit and GitHub and some kind of small code problems and contributions around 507. Okay, and 51 repositories. So many I deleted and second one previous. So how is my thing? Okay. Anyways, thanks for watching the stream till now. Okay, take care. Bye bye. See you not tomorrow, day before tomorrow. Because day before tomorrow there is data Python exam is there. So for Python preparation, we will again stream the live. So please do consider subscribing. We are so close to 10 million. Just kidding. Okay.